Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a bishop in the Episcopal Church. This week we begin Lent, and we start Lent with a day called Ash Wednesday. Some people will go to church and get ashes on their forehead. Some will get them on street corners, in their workplaces, or even in grocery stores. This day is when we Christians make special prayers to God. We know that Christians have been observing the time before Easter called Lent since the first century. Since the 10th century, ashes on Ash Wednesday have been part of that special day called Ash Wednesday. A monk named Alfred suggested that we pour ashes on our bodies and wear sackcloth just like Job in the Bible. In fact, there are lots of stories about people in the Bible trying to get right with God with a whole body exercise by putting ashes and sackcloth on. People have been using ashes as a sign of our desire for forgiveness from God and from others. When we get ashes, a priest or a person says, "You are dust, and to dust you shall return." This is true because we know that when we die, our bodies return to the earth. We use the same words at Episcopal funerals to remind us. Sometimes I think that when we do this Christian exercise, we actually think that it's more like this, that we are sitting in a giant ash heap. We think that we are unworthy of God's love. But that's not guilt, that's shame. Some people will shame others on Ash Wednesday, and that will make me sad. Because I know that God loves us and that we're worthy of love. And when we do that, that creates a shame storm. Humans feel shame to be sure, and we don't need any help with that. On Ash Wednesday, what it's really about is guilt and recognizing the very real human fact that we make mistakes. I make mistakes, even me, a bishop, because I'm human, and on Ash Wednesday I remind myself that I'm human and that I make mistakes, and that even though I make mistakes, God loves me. God loves me even though I'm not perfect. When I can't be perfect, I'll never attain perfection, because I'm human. God loves me even when I make mistakes and am not perfect. And that's what Ash Wednesday is really about. So if you want to remember that God loves you, and that God loves you even though you make mistakes and aren't perfect, then maybe you might join us in the Episcopal Church. All you have to do is Google "Find My Local Episcopal Church," and you'll find a church near you. And then you can join us, a bunch of humans who are imperfect and do bad things from time to time and are guilty, but people who gather together to remind ourselves that God loves us anyway.